The candidates for Denver mayor go head-to-head on the city's housing issues, and part of what's created the crisis is the people who are moving here.
Denver has seen a big influx in high-income earners, which has driven up prices and pushed many people out of the city. Political specialist Sean Boyd moderated tonight's forum. Sean, this is a critical issue for Denver's future.
Yeah, the population not only becoming wealthier, but whiter. A recent study found Denver has seen more displacement of Latinos on average than any major city in the country, and 5 points is now more than 50% white. The challenge for the next mayor: how to make the city more diverse, more equitable, more inclusive, which means making it more affordable.
We know Denver's becoming whiter and wealthier. And so you could see why people say, I don't even feel like I belong here anymore.
If you are a black or brown kid born in the state of Colorado, your chances of getting to and through college are as hard here as any place.
Kelly Brough and Mike Johnston say they know the city has a lot of work to do when it comes to diversity, equity, and inclusion. Raised by a single mom on welfare, Brough says she understands how even a trash fee meant to increase recycling can hurt the city's poorest.
To me, that's exactly the example of what we have to be very sensitive to as we try to address these issues of when the house costs more. Because of how we're building it.
A teacher in some of the poorest neighborhoods in the country, Johnston says he understands the importance of building wealth and would donate city land to spur development in low-income neighborhoods while maintaining 30% ownership.
When you build and develop some commercial, some retail, some residential, when that's fully built, we're going to take our 30% ownership and we're going to distribute that 30% ownership to all of the residents of Globeville who were in that neighborhood before this development came. Which means now, if there's a dividend to pay each year, it's getting paid to the very neighbors who built that neighborhood.
Both also laid out plans to increase affordable housing. Johnston says he would use money from a fund created by Proposition 123 to build 25,000 permanently affordable units.
That means if you are making $40,000 a year, you can live in one of these units as a first-year teacher, and you are guaranteed that your rent never goes up over $1,000 a month if you make $40,000 a year. Your rent doesn't go up unless your income goes up.
But Brough says based on state forecasts, money isn't there for Prop 123 without cuts somewhere else. She proposed the city get into the leasing business.
You might say, I'd like to lease 3,000 units for 3 years. In essence, what you're starting to do is buy down some of the price of that rent. You also lock it in for 3 years. Most importantly, what you do is you get the phone call before someone's evicted, so you can actually help ensure you're keeping them housed.
Now, Denver has seen several longtime minority-owned businesses close in recent years, like Welton Street Cafe, which Johnston says has been waiting 18 months for a bridge loan from the city to reopen. He says Denver needs to prioritize funding for iconic businesses like that. Brough says it also needs to increase efficiency for those businesses when it comes to things like permitting. The candidates also discussed their education policies, and we're going to get to those next week when I moderate yet another forum, this one with Educate Denver and Chalkbeat, and it will be focused specifically on education.
And we know there are a lot of issues to tackle before that June runoff. Sean, thank you.
And you can watch the mayoral forum this Friday on our streaming channel. You'll find that on CBSColorado.com or on the CBS News or Pluto apps on your smart TV.